Hello, viewers. In the last video, I have talked and discussed about Marxism and how it is different from capitalism, socialism, and communism. And in today's video, I will try to explain and talk about Marxist theory and how in Marxist theory, what is substructure and what is superstructure. This we will try to understand through a diagram. Now, without any delay, let's begin the video. Okay, in Marxist theory, society consists of two parts that we have already talked. The two parts are the important aspects of Marxism. Okay, number one is called the base or substructure, and the second is called superstructure. Got it clear? And now, what is base or superstructure in Marxist theory? The base, it refers to the mode of production, which includes the forces and relations of production. For example, employer, employee work conditions, the technical division of labor, and property relations into which people enter to produce the necessities and amenities of life. Okay, basically, the base or substructure means when we try to produce something through a factory or through a industry, then what is the basic thing that we need, that is called substructure or the base. And there is number one is employer. There must be an employer and there must be an uh, employee, and who will work for the employer, and there will be the technical division of labor and property relations. And through these all things, they will together enter to produce the necessities and amenities of life. Without these things, there will be no industry. Though right now or nowadays things are changing very rapidly, therefore the artificial intelligence, or we can say robots, IA, these are diametrically transforming or overhauling the mechanism of production. But this work was written some years ago, not some years, means many years ago, and he had written this work by observing his own contemporary conditions, plight, and circumstance, or we can say the society. But nowadays things have changed. But this will too, we can include here that artificial intelligence too nowadays can change the process of production, where means manpower is not needed in a very massive way. And now let's try to know that what is superstructure. The superstructure, it refers to society's other relationship and ideas that is not directly related to production of things or materials, like culture, institutions, political power structures, roles, rituals, religion, media, and the state. Now, these all things are not actively or directly related to production of a thing, or from a particular factory or particular business or particular industry, but it has had impact through passive way or through indirect way. Got it? Because if you are a person, then you will have some impact from your culture, from your religion, from your institutions, from your political power structure, from your rituals, and from your media, or from your government. So these things will always be there for you to impact you, whether you know it consciously or unconsciously. These things will be there, and it will impact you. Uh, it it will impact you in various ways, and it also impacts on the production, according to Marxist theory. Got it? And the influence of the base means these all ingredients will influence the base massively. Got it? And now, what is historical materialism? These two we should know. In the Marxist theory of historical materialism, a mode of production or the ways of production is a specific combination of the productive forces. This include things like human labor power and means of production, tools, machinery, factory buildings, infrastructure, technological knowledge, raw materials, plants, animals, exploitative land, etc., etc. And now the social and technical relations of production, it includes the property, power and control relations, legal code governing the means of production of society, cooperative work associations, relations between people and the objects of their work, and the relations among the social classes. Now let's try to know this whole thing from a diagram. Okay, this diagram is not so hard. Okay, in the diagram it is mentioned that superstructure. Now what is superstructure? Let's try to know in a simple way. Superstructure is generally everything that is not directly to do with production. Like what? Like art. Like you have seen a picture or a painting. Got it? And that will have some impact on you for sure. And there is family. Your family will be there for you every time to impact on you. And there will be culture, there will be religion, there will be philosophy, and there will be law will be there to protect you or to prevent you from doing any misdeed. Media will be there to show your faults, or to cover the news like that, to cover a story. And there will be politics. Politics is an integral part of our daily lives. There will be science will be there, education will be there, and these all things I can say as an ideology will be there to impact you. And these all things are together, these all things are called as superstructure. And superstructure will always, it will try to impact, it will try to influence, or it will try to lobby the base. Now what is base? Base we have already talked, but still, base is a means of production, like tools. Without tools, without machines, factories, land, raw materials, you cannot produce any things. So it, first thing, you must have the base, which is means of production. Now what is the relations of production? Relations of productions are proletariat, lumpen proletariat, and labor aristocracy, petty bourgeoisie, got it, and private property, capital, commodities, etc. Got it? And these things here, superstructure is always in is always influence, or we can say it will always try to hamper or influence the base system, which is also called maintains, means it will try to maintain some relation with the base system, and the base will always try to influenced by the superstructure, or knowingly or unknowingly, actively or passively, directly or indirectly. Got it? Again, this we have discussed. Now the core concept we have already discussed. Now I will try to tell you that if you are from India, you must be from India, as we are talking these things, and these all things are included in our Indian university. So now you may have some questions like, is India a capitalist country, or socialist, or communist, or Marxist, or what? So the question's answer is, India is a mixed economy. Here you will get both public as well as private entities, and these two factors, these two parties, they coexist, and this is consequently this has influenced by the adapting of industrial policies by Indian government in 1948 and later in 1956. And though they do not cooperate freely, instead they are controlled by the different mechanisms like policies implemented by governments. Means here you will get capitalism, socialism, this all things you will get here. They both coexist. If India is not a capitalist, or we can say, yes, if India is not uh, related with capitalist mechanism, then India will never have billionaires like Ambani, Adani, and many more. There are millionaires, right? So India is a totally mixed economy. Here you will get different kinds of things like, in India, the government always tries to provide some kinds of social welfare schemes, like um, giving scooters to students, giving laptops to students, and giving some money uh, to farmers, and giving incentives to all the people of the country. And these all things are what? These all things are example of socialism or communism, because you're thinking and talking about the social welfare of the countrymen. So that's why it is a mixed economy. Now let's try to know little bit about Antonio Gramsci. Antonio Gramsci's work, the prison diary, or notes that I will make a video in my next endeavor, and there I will try to talk about him and his work on hegemony, and that all thing I will try to discuss. But here let's try to know little bit about him. Antonio Gramsci, he is maybe an Italian philosopher, writer, and communist follower. And Antonio Gramsci he is heavily influenced by Karl Marx theory of Marxism and communism, and little bit socialism too. So the Italian political philosopher Antonio Gramsci, he has divided Marx superstructure into two elements. He has said that political society and civil society, these two things are superstructure in Marxism. And political society, it consists of the organized force of society, such as the police and military. We can say the armies, right? And while civil society, it means or it refers to the consensus creating elements that contribute to cultural hegemony, such as the media, education system, nowadays social media like uh, Twitter, Facebook, and there are many more apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, right? And YouTube. These all things are what? These all things are social media, and this is an example of cultural hegemony, and this will always be there in a society to influence people in various through various ways means. And both the constituents of the superstructure are still informed by the values of the base, serving to establish and enforce these values in society. That's it for this video, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. I have tried to depict or explain the things which I know, and for better understanding, for clear concept, you must read the book. You must read the books based on Marxism and the Communist Manifesto and various works written on Marxism for better and clear understanding. I hope this may have enlightened you in a though in a very little way. Bye bye.